Alright, let's dive into this because it's one of those stories that, on the surface, seems like a straightforward obituary, but when you dig deeper, it's packed with layers of American culture, politics, and the kind of unexpected twists that make you go, wait, really? Ben Jones, the actor who played Cooter Davenport on the Dukes of Hazzard, has passed away at 84. But here's the thing, this isn't just about a guy who played a mechanic on a classic TV show. It's about a man who went from Hollywood to Capitol Hill, and that, my friends, is where it gets fascinating. First off, the Dukes of Hazzard was more than just a show, it was a cultural phenomenon. It was family-friendly, action-packed, and set in the South, which was a big deal in the late 70s and early 80s. Personally, I think what makes this show stand out is how it captured a specific moment in American history, a time when the South was both celebrated and caricatured. Cooter, with his scruffy charm and CB radio catchphrases like, Breaker One, I might be crazy, but I ain't dumb, was the quintessential Southern character. But here's the kicker, Ben Jones wasn't just playing a role, he was living a version of the American dream. What many people don't realize is that Jones parlayed his fame into a political career. In 1986, he ran for Congress as a Democrat in Georgia. Now, this is where it gets interesting. He lost his first race, but 2 years later, he won in a landslide after his opponent got caught up in a scandal. If you take a step back and think about it, this is the kind of story that feels like it could only happen in America, a TV star turning politician, and not just any politician, but one who admitted to having more skeletons in my closet than the Smithsonian. That kind of honesty is rare in politics, and I think it's part of what made him relatable. But here's a detail I find fascinating. Jones credited his acting skills for his success in politics. He said the ability to communicate, to connect with an audience, and to feel energized by it, all skills he honed on stage and screen, were invaluable in his political career. This raises a deeper question, how much of politics is performance? And if you think about it, isn't that what we're seeing more and more today? The line between entertainment and politics is blurrier than ever, and Jones was ahead of the curve. Now, let's talk about his legacy. After leaving Congress, Jones didn't just fade away. He leaned into his Dukes of Hazzard fame, opening Cooter's garage theme stores, fronting a band, and even organizing fan events like Dukes Fest. From my perspective, this is where the story gets really interesting. He could have rested on his laurels, but instead, he kept reinventing himself. What this really suggests is that Jones understood the power of nostalgia and how to capitalize on it in a way that felt authentic. One thing that immediately stands out is how his life mirrored his characters in some ways. In the 1997 Dukes of Hazzard reunion movie, it's revealed that Cooter becomes a congressman. Art imitating life, or life imitating art? It's a chicken or egg scenario that's kind of mind-boggling. Personally, I think it's a testament to how deeply intertwined his real life and his character were. Finally, let's not forget the personal side of this story. Jones's early life was rough, growing up in a house without electricity or indoor plumbing, struggling with alcohol, and finding his way through acting. What makes this really interesting is how he turned those struggles into a platform for success. It's a classic underdog story, but with a twist, the underdog becomes a cultural icon and then a politician. If you ask me, that's the kind of narrative that keeps people watching. So, as we remember Ben Jones, let's not just remember Cooter Davenport or Congressman Jones. Let's remember a guy who lived a life that was as unpredictable and captivating as any TV show. And that, I think, is the ultimate takeaway: life can be stranger, and more inspiring, than fiction. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.